Good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday. Welcome back to another pre-market broadcast. For those of you new here, this is the exact process we go through every single morning at Investors Underground. And the plan is to do it every Tuesday for free for everyone. So if you are, wherever you're watching, whether it's YouTube or X, hit like, retweet, subscribe, whatever it is. It helps us release free content all the time. And just before we get stuck in, just a reminder, this video is for information and education purposes only. Whatever you do with the information is entirely up to you. They're not buy or sell recommendations. All right, cool. I think we should get stuck in. So, Dan, take it away.
All right, very good. Thank you, Sam. Good morning, everyone. We have Tuesday, March 25th, and let's just take a look at a couple of tickers there that we haven't watched. So I'll start with MLGO. That's the first one that I haven't watched. Am I actually going to trade it? I'm not so sure. I haven't really decided yet. I do like this pool that we've had so far versus 12. So if this 12's over under gets heavy, then it may want to unwind a little more. Obviously, a really big squeeze yesterday, really decent mover. And overall, as we're waking up this morning, we can see the impact that it's had across some of the small caps, some of the China names, etc. So MLGO will be on watch for ideally more fail to follow through. My ideal trade would be some sort of a push versus red to green, maybe 13 fives, maybe 14s or so. Clear this area out right here. Check with this pre-market resistance, maybe check in with this congestion area, and then look to fail to follow through. So that would be the ideal scenario. Another option that I'm also looking at is some sort of a aggressive flush out of the open. And if it flushes to say 10 or 1050s or so, it essentially rechecks in with this congestion area back here. And if it firms up, then it's something that I would like to participate in on the long side. A couple of things to note today: there's no SSR. They had SSR on it yesterday, so it was a little bit easier to move around. But MLGO will be on radar. Like I said, it's a name that unless I get exactly what I'm looking for, I'm not really interested in. So the other names that we have so far, TNON, really decent pre-clear out so far. Nice pre-market move there. And kind of expected, right? When we have a mover like MLGO that we did yesterday, it generally tends to bring some more flow into small cap land. So here we're seeing the effects of that. TNON will be on watch. So obviously everyone remembers this back from this day here, or whenever the day was that it went to like $120 or so pre-market. TNON. So it has a history of big moves. It's not something that you'd want to step in front of. But if it offers an opportunity, so far as you can see, this mid fives to sixes is so far acting as resistance. So if we check in with this level out of the gate, I wouldn't mind joining any fail to follow through. So TNON will be on watch for more failures if it decides. The other one that I had on watch was POAI. So far, you can see these are some old lines that I have here from previous moves, but you can see how it's respecting the 280s and give or take VWAP or so far has been acting pretty well as support. So for me, what I'd like to see on POAI type of a move is some sort of a clear out, maybe 320, 350s. And then look for a fail to follow through momentum. If we look at the daily chart, you can kind of get some more information as well. You have some resistance, some older resistance back here versus 3, some over here as well. So obviously 3 has been a key level for this ticker over the last year or so. And then, you have your another layer of congestion here between 3 and 4. So there are several layers that I could probably find a good risk exposure. But the point being here is this is not a move to step in front of. And for me, what I'd like to see is some clear failures. There's several other small cap China names that are running, but these so far here are my main watches, and then some mid large caps, etc. The quantum basket, I'm watching RGTI, QBTS, and that's IO and Q as well. And again, it's more so like a basket type of a move. Looking at these three tickers, for me, I like to stick to the one that has been relatively weak so far, which is RGTI. So any sort of pop versus this 980s or 10s or something, I will be interested in using this previous inventory as a risk level. So that's pretty much it for me for today. And like I said, it's small caps have been relatively slower over the last several sessions, and maybe we have this change moving forward for the next few sessions. So it's just something to keep in mind as we notice this new flow. And with that, I'm going to pass it over to Josh, and I'll see you guys later.
Yeah. Good morning. Thanks, Dan. Market's been on a couple of day grind. Wouldn't be surprised if this is an inside day or it kind of can give some back. But I am starting to look at news related longs, which is what put MobileEye on my radar. They had a partnership with Volkswagen in this self-driving space, and it's right, it's crossing right above the 200-day. So either it gets kind of rejected here, or if 1680s or 1650s hold up, that would be that would grab my attention for a long. And maybe we could build, a nice multi-day trend here, a multi-week trend here, and we get some traction above the 200-day. I'd like to see this level, which is 1760, build. Tesla, gapped down this morning on some negative Europe news. It had some negative China self-driving news, but it seems to be holding so far. So the only interest I would have if this kind of extended and kind of looked like a short squeeze and maybe was 295, 297, 300 today and sped up on the long side and then had a reject, I would potentially look on the short side, but it's really nothing for me to fight right now. But I definitely will be monitoring, just because the range on this it's averaging like 18 or 19 points intraday. It's unbelievable. It's probably the best range, in terms of mega cap stocks and liquidity that is currently trading right now. So it definitely has my attention. Palantir, I would look. This potentially could go through 100. This is like day 3 of the bounce. If it extended, kind of similar to Tesla look, I would look, if it went through 100, maybe 101, for a potential, sit back and then digest. So I'd be looking for a potential short here. And then you just kind of need to see how the market plays out here. So you got MobileEye, you got Tesla, and then you got Palantir. And then I'm just kind of waiting to see what the market offers other than that. So short, sweet watch list for me this morning, and I will pass this to Emil.
Hey, sorry for that. Morning, everyone. A few things for me this morning on radar. I am going to watch TNON. I've seen that Stan went over it, and sorry. Pretty much same plan. I'm going to let it unfold for a bit and wait to see if it's going to push higher. This is a big gapper so far, and we all know that this one can be trappy, but already been trapping in pre-market, so a lot of shorts been upside down so far. So any swipe out of the gate towards 6, I might be interested. Other than that, I would really like to see breaking under 4 and then would be more proactive in pops for a short. The same goes to POAI. Same plan so far. It's holding, it's up quite a lot, but since it has this weak leg into the open, I would either wait for some swipes towards pre-market highs or break under this level and then looking for pops to short. So more or less same plan like TNON. Then watching VVPR, this is something that already gave up in pre-market, so I'm going to be interested again only if since it's down quite a lot and it's going to trigger SSR. I'm going to be interested in only in pops towards 350 for a short and then resume to more unwind. Also MLGO, that it's kind of giving up. Have some on this one. I would really like to see a washout out of the gate. Then I'm going to lock in. Then later would be ideal to give some pops for a short and then looking for more unwind. So more or less looking to break under 12 and then all pops for me for a short. Then I'm having TNON on the radar. This is something that I'm been watching for from yesterday. Yesterday I like the range break and the way it behaved early in pre-market. I had some position on but got stopped, but also like the fact that reclaimed the highs into end of day. So this give me the a little bit of more conviction that might have some legs. So dips versus 7.2 area and then more follow through for this name. OKTA, again, this one been on my radar yesterday, had the breakout, and as you can see, this daily looking pretty good. We shall see if there is going to be some follow through. No much volume yesterday, but if today it's going to hold above yesterday's lows, for me this is going to be a decent long candidate. And also looking at Amazon for a long, I like the fact that went sideways and 200 SMA kind of caught up with this move. Still, I'm not interested to buy it here. I would rather wait for dips versus 2.202 area, more or less where VWAP was yesterday, and that would be an ideal long for me. And the last one is UPST. Same thing, more or less. All these names been on my radar from yesterday, and they despite the fact that wasn't a very volatile day, so we didn't have a big range there, but still went sideways. So I'm expecting to see a little bit more sideways, maybe 1-2 more days would be ideal, and then maybe another leg up. Still looking for dips on this one, and I wouldn't like to see low of yesterday violated. So any build up above that area, I'm going to be interested in a long. So that's it for me today, guys. Good luck and take care.
Brilliant. Thank you, gentlemen. Great variety and great watches. As always, thank you so much. If you made it this far and you are interested in joining Investors Underground, then please feel free to reach out to me at sam@investorsunderground.com or DM me on X at Trades Turbo. We've got access to unadvertised discounts. So yeah, hit me up if you're interested. And that's it for today. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Trade them well today, guys, and we'll see you all soon. Thanks, everyone.